Good day, folks. This is tutorial number 7 in the playlist that is intended for people who are transitioning from Catia V5 to the 3D Experiences Catia, which is actually not V5, it's V6, but the difference between the two is like night and day. Uh, it's In fact, it's harder for people who know CATIA v5 to get adjusted to CATIA's version in 3D Experience because the interface has completely changed, okay? And the icon locations and things like that is completely different. This particular tutorial is to show you where to find the scan or define in-work object in the 3D Experience CATIA, okay? Now, let me remind you that in CATIA v5, first of all, in order to use that scan or define in-work object, you must be in part design. So if you're in part design, one way to get there is to go to edit, and down here it says scan or define in-work object. The other way to get it is to go to the tools tab, and under work object, you find scan or define in work object right there. Now, when it comes to 3D experience or 3D experience CATIA, the situation is different. First of all, of course, you have to be in part design, but when you're in part design, there is a tab called review tab. If you click on the review tab, you get a whole bunch of icons that you have access to. One of them is a scan or define in work object. It's right there. The magnified version of it is shown here, and you can go to help to find out how it's being used, which is pretty much the same as how it's done in CATIA v5. Now, in the event that you have your action pad activated, action pad is the thing that appears. The summary, some of the basic stuff that can be customized, by the way. Some of the basic stuff, basic icon that you use on the right hand side, you can see that it's right there. Okay, so if the action pad is activated, you can probably find it there, unless you have manually removed it. Or if you are not using the action pad, you go there and you can get the review tab and you find it over there. I'll show you an example. So let's go to 3D Experience Catia. So let's start with the part design. Because I'm starting with part design, obviously I will have access to those tabs. Okay, let me change the background. Okay, good. So let me make an object on that plane. I will sketch. Dimensions and things like that don't matter because I just want to show you how it's being used or accessed. Exit, and we pad it. Okay, now on that plane I will sketch. I will sketch, for example, I don't know, a circle. Oops. Circle. Exit. A new pocket. And let's also do an edge fillet. So let's go and do an edge fillet. So under essential, here, edge fillet, for example, there. Okay, so let's look at it. Fine. And just to make it a bit more complicated, let me go ahead and insert the body. Let me go to structure and body. Just insert a body here, right there. And notice it's underlined, so whatever I do is going to be in body 2. So let me go ahead and draw something on that, for example, horizontal plane. I will sketch. Whatever you do is going to be in that body now. So let me go ahead and draw something here, exit, and then pad it. Okay, and make a fillet here, for example. So on that, we make a fillet. Fine. So basically, we have part of the main body, which is right there, made of a pad, pocket, and edge fillet. That was this. And then I inserted the body. I did a pad and an edge fillet. Okay. So right now I'm in body. I'm in this edge fillet. So let me go ahead and go to the. It was the review, and there is the scan or define in work object. You click on it. Notice that because here is the scanning tool. So if you go all the way to the beginning of it, it's going to go to body 2. And the first thing that we did was that pad. You can see that. Then what we did was the edge filler. That's good. That takes care of it. Now, if I want to go ahead and scan this, so let me make it in work object right there. I'm over there. So you, okay, and then the next thing was a pocket. You can see that. And the next thing was an edge filler. So that's where it is.